Okay, I am a huge fan of the Let My Nation series. I own 4 of them. 2 of them I've owned for a very long time, so I have lost the cover. So these 3 I think get more attention because they are around Yom Tovim. So Let My Nation Live is Purim, Let My Nation Go is Pesach, and Let Me Join Your Nation is Shavuos. And they're fantastic, and I'll talk about them maybe closer to those Yom Tovim. But in this video, I just wanted to focus on which is actually my favorite and I think is a little bit underrated. It's called Let My Nation Descend, and it's the story of Yosef going down to Mitzrayim. So this one's actually my favorite, and thank you to my brother because this apparently belongs to him. So there's a ton in this because you think like maybe, there's not like a whole story. There really is, because it talks about Yosef getting sold, going into Potiphar, going into jail. I don't want to spoil any endings, but then, becoming the viceroy of Egypt, and the famine, and then the Shvatim coming down, and it has that whole dramatic scene, and it really goes into detail where, the Shvatim come down, and he reveals himself, and, is my father still alive, and really gets into that. I think this is an underrated book in the series because it's not around a Yontif, but it's really my favorite. There was a hostage who was released recently who said that the only thing that he had with him was like a scrap from the Parsha of Yosef being rescued from jail and the pit and everything and becoming king. And that gave him a lot of chazak. So I actually, because of that, I recently reread this, and I got a lot of chazak during this time of showing how Hashem can just really rescue anyone from anything and bring them all the way to the top. So if you've never read a Let My Nation book before, it's really fantastic. He brings all the midrashim to life, and writes it in the most like narrative story way possible. But then there's also tons of footnotes here, which are really great because you can see how everything is sourced. And I really, really like that. If you haven't really, studied this Parsha since like you were in 3rd grade and you were learning Miketz, it's definitely worth a revisit, because there's just so much in this part of Chumash that I don't know, I find it really fantastic. And then it ends obviously with Yaakov's death, and also the brachos that all the Shvatim get. So it's really fantastic, and I really recommend this book.